Steve here, Concierge Health Advisor. Whoa! Another series, an introduction to another series. What's with all these series? I don't know. I'm hopeless at marketing and I'm trying. And I'm not going to pay some schmuck to market what I'm trying to advocate here because the efficacy, the effectiveness of the marketing might be shazbat. Anyway, today is the introduction to the mental health series. Oh my goodness, surely about mental health you're going to talk about genetic predisposition, personality predisposition, past trauma, childhood development, medication, genetics. Yeah, did I mention that? Surely you're going to mention environment. Environmental exposure, stressors, psychosocial issues, support networks, interests, community support. That might be the top, top of the icing. That might be the icing on the cake, maybe even the cherry. All those things that I just mentioned. In this brief introduction, and pretty much in a nutshell, the whole concept, the whole idea, shtick is about my bias advocacy bias, which is nutrition based, and in particular micronutrients. There are 90 plus essential micronutrients, plus some of the macronutrients that we need to take note of. If you start with a good cake base, you'll have a good cake. Your mental health, your functioning, your sense of well-being, your feelings of well-being, your stability, your functioning in this world. So the 95% that should occur before all those other things that I mentioned, the genetic things, predispositions, past traumas, your environment, yada yada, right? Well, the 95% is micronutrients. Some macronutrients, but in particular micronutrients. And in particular, top of the tree in the particulars that I'm advocating here, the micronutrients is cholesterol. Oh, you mean avoid cholesterol? No. Look, we're deficient. We are deficient in cholesterol in this day and age, and we need cholesterol as our bricks and mortar, as our to illustrate this point is that the myelin in our brain, I think about 3/4 of our brain weight is made up of myelin. This sheath that comprises of the brain is made up of 90% cholesterol. Now, you need cholesterol intake as well as, your body can make cholesterol too, but we need to take in cholesterol. In particular, there's the whole good and bad cholesterol, the HDL, the good, the LDL, the bad. Yes, we do get it. You shouldn't have the bad and this and that, but it's not an intake issue with the LDLs, the bad cholesterol. I'll be touching more. This is just an introduction, but basically we have cholesterol deficiencies, which is accelerating our mental health epidemic, our fertility and sexual performance issues epidemic, possibly infertility, autism. Oh, but that's got to be vaccines, right? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I know there's a lot of anecdotes out there. As soon as this jab got into my child, what's the word? Not degenerated, repressed. Anyway, deteriorated in mental state, in development, and ended up autistic. I don't know. I've got some personal experience with autism. Hopefully not me, but you know, it is existent in my family, and I believe it's a cholesterol deficiency issue. Your mother, Mama, doesn't know that she's deficient, doesn't know that cholesterol is an issue in mental health, autism, general development in the brain and that sort of thing, and that is more efficacious, the idea of cholesterol deficiency, because we need 90% of our myelin in our brain needs cholesterol, and 90% of our hormone bricks and mortar needs cholesterol. So that's a brief introduction, unprepared. I didn't know how this introduction was going to go, but this is an indication of some of the subjects that I will cover. So be prepared that cholesterol won't be poo-pooed, it will be advocated here. We need cholesterol. I, as an example, intake heaps of cholesterol. 2.5 dozen eggs per week. Heaps of saturated fat, full of cholesterol. Good cholesterol. What gives us those? This is turning into a cholesterol episode. Anyway, I'll just quickly note, in case no one will be viewing any other videos, those scary cholesterol numbers that we do generate, we learn about, we are told about, and the people that tell us learn about, is generated, occurs due to oil and sugar intake. And I thought about it one day, like, what's got oil and sugars in it? Donuts, chocolate, that sort of thing. And those cakes, those sort of foods, fried food and then backed up with cake, that, my dear viewer, listener, gives us the bad cholesterol numbers, not the saturated fats cholesterol intake in itself. In a nutshell, there it is. So, as part of the mental health series intro, some of the other things to be considered is some of the philosophical discussion around mental health. We need to come at it as a health polymath to understand our meaning crisis. That should be part of the discussion, not just micronutrients. Often, all the time, people use mental health as a life strategy to manipulate, to gain resource, to get out of a state, to get out of a dilemma, to get someone else into a dilemma. Vindictive stuff too, you know. Also, Alzheimer's and dementia is part of this mix. And I'm conscious when I show this hand, hammer trick anyway. I'm conscious that that finger will be shown, that bruise anyway, and so Alzheimer's and dementia will be covered as well. And did you know that Alzheimer's only started pretty much that we really noticed, just like autism. Oh, but it's the vaccine since the 60s and 70s. How about Alzheimer's? DSM-4, DSM-5, new diagnoses, and general anxiety disorders, and post-traumatic stress, and younger person, the conversion disorders, and all that sort of thing. Cholesterol. Anyway, so the older person issues will be covered as well. How about the neuropsychology or the neurophysiology, neurology? Do we understand that much about the brain, the physicality of the brain? We're getting there, but we understand things like limbic system, prefrontal cortex, frontal lobe we've known about, and all those parts of the brain. We understand all this functioning and how, the lizard brain, and then onto the monkey brain, and then onto the human brain, how we built our brain. Apparently, we probably built it in, if we think of the whole evolution side of things, it's probably a build-up. But neurologists, if they understand how the brain is working, and they don't acknowledge that we need micronutrition to feed the cells that help us function, well, you're coming at it a bit off. If you don't understand that our cells need nutrition, how the hell are you going to, neurologists, how the hell are you going to help people with their brain function issues? Psychologists, the replication in psychology, oh my goodness, full of faith, full of biases, full of emotion, that field of study. Yeah, I get it. I might be full of bias and emotion and faith in what I'm advocating here, but to that, I've got nothing. But what I do have is, let's compare notes in 30 years. That's all I got going for me at the moment. I don't have any interest or aptitude to research. Yes, that means I'm going on faith. But blissfully existing on faith ever since I've increased my cholesterol intake, my micronutrient intake and absorption of and digestion of. It's a little bit complicated, but once you understand the complexities, it becomes easy, and this is part of my promotion of the service that I offer, the Concierge Health Advisor Service. Have a look. It's the link to the website is on the episode video notes here, and have a look. You're going to have a look at the prices, and you're going to think, oh my goodness, well, take it or leave it. If I had $1 million and I saw someone in front of me walking the talk, talking the walk, and they look like $1 million and they function well and all that sort of thing, if I had $1 million, I'd drop 900 grand just like that to sort out my health issues. I've myself sorted out mental health issues, obesity, the whole metabolic syndrome complex, a few other chronic health issues, osteo issues, and now I haven't got a single issue to worry about, apart from needing to go to the toilet soon. Anyway, so there you go. That's just a brief intro. I'm going into my 15th minute, and that'll do. I don't get any views anyway, but I'm trying to help out the human race. So whoever poo-poos this, I invite, let's compare notes in 30 years and see how we go. Anyway, welcome to the mental health series, and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.